Hello, wonderful listeners. A quick update for you. I have created a paid subscription for the podcast. For 99p a month, you can get an extra bonus episode per week and a monthly workshop episode where I go into a lot more depth, a lot more detail, and provide a lot more structure for your self-development. Now, whether you are a loyal long-term listener or just ready to go deeper on your self-development or just generally want to support the podcast, I would love to hear from you, and you can find the link for subscribing in the show notes. Enjoy the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Self-Improvement Project. We're over 2.5 years now of the Self-Improvement Project, and it's exciting to think of us coming up to 3 years in May. If you have any ideas of what you think I should do for it, please reach out, let me know. You can pop it in the Q&A bit that I do on Spotify as well, if you feel like that would be good as well. I don't have any concrete plans yet of what I would do. I wouldn't want to do something cliche or predictable, but it might be quite nice to do something to celebrate it with all of you who have been listening for a long time. I was talking with a friend about all of the episodes from maybe the first 2 years that are still so relevant, depending on what stage that we're at in our self-development as well. So if you have any ideas on how I should recycle those as well, please let me know. But they're out there and people will find them as and when they need them. I'm a big believer in that. So today's episode comes from some recent thoughts, some just ideas and experience that has been recent as well. As we know from recent episodes, we are at the start of the year. We are in that reflective stage of what we want to achieve. We might be quite motivated. And it comes down, this is maybe a bit more of a personal one, but it comes down to, for me, about comparing our lifestyle to our extrinsic goals, the just generic goal setting of achievements that we want to hit in the year. And it's always a bit of a battle when internally within our mind when we are faced with this. And part of me is questioning, comparing the two against each other. What is the difference between a lifestyle goal and just a normal goal that we would have? For example, we might want to lose a certain amount of weight, or we might want to run a certain distance in a certain time, or we might want to do this job, get this promotion, etc., etc. I might be more biased towards the lifestyle goals, but I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm saying this is just my perspective and what I seem to experience and sway more towards. Now, I've been, I guess probably after graduating and early career, was very goal-driven around trying to achieve things. I feel like it can sometimes be ingrained and embedded in us. But potentially the last 4 to 5 years have all been about goals related to lifestyle, not goals for status or goals for achieving or going beyond the norm. And I think it's always quite useful to use as a bit of measurement or something to measure against when it comes to our happiness, when it comes to the things that we truly want in life. And the big question here that I would like to start off for all of you is, are you happy with your lifestyle? I've done lifestyle episodes before around living a simpler life, slowing down. But are you truly happy with your lifestyle? That's a big question. I remember a few years ago trying to find lots of things on lifestyle, using that term, maybe lifestyle design, but there's not actually that much on it, curated anyway. And I think it's important whenever we make big decisions around goals that they are aligned with our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is usually sacrificed when our goals take over. You can't have everything. There's that common matrix around, career, diet, exercise, socializing, family, friends. Like, you can only pick a handful of them to then be successful in that area. But where's the wholesomeness of everything is satisfactory and everything is fine? You don't need to be extreme in one thing in order to be a successful individual. Isn't success having a happy life? And we're very fortunate in this day and age to have the opportunity to do so. But should lifestyle not be the goal? Should that not be the aim of all of this? And there's definitely something within our brains that wire us differently when we are motivated towards a goal. For instance, from a short-term point of view, a few years ago, I ran a marathon. And I would train 3 times a week for 6 months to get to that stage and run the marathon. But afterwards, I wasn't motivated to do it anymore. And that's where those short-term bursts can be good, but that's not the lifestyle I want to live. Now I cycle to work every day. I play football once a week. I sometimes go for a run if I'm feeling mainly mentally that I want to, rather than physically. And I go on a walk each morning. Those are lifestyle goals. I'm not trying to cycle in a certain time. I'm not trying to win anything within football. I'm not trying to run a certain distance when I'm going out for a jog. But my lifestyle is something that I really enjoy. But the first question here was, are you happy with your lifestyle? But the second question would be, what are you willing to sacrifice for the lifestyle that you have and want? If you want to be super successful in a certain field, you're going to need to sacrifice things. But you need to take and accept the lifestyle that comes with it. Is the goal worth the lifestyle? I think that's the ultimate question here. Finding out what truly matters to you through experimenting. Try living in different ways to see how it makes you feel. Try different routines. Waking up at different times, going to bed at different times. All these sort of things are an experiment to see how it makes us feel. And it's important as well, we've got seasonality, you've got a stage of life, and you might not actually have room for flexibility. A really obvious example of a sacrifice for a lifestyle is having a child. You sacrifice probably things from a life that you had before you have the child for having the life with a child. So you need to ask yourself what you really want and how you're going to get there. What are you really happy with? And again, when I talk about lifestyle, I always have that long-term in mind, that infinite side of things. We could talk a little bit about identity, but I don't think it's as relevant here. So thinking all about what face-offs are you wanting to have in order to get to where you want. And that's us today. Is the goal worth the lifestyle? Thinking about everything that you want to achieve in life and sacrifice impact that will have on your lifestyle. Let me know what you guys think. Pop it in the little question and answer bit on Spotify. And again, my habit for this year is asking you to share this episode or the podcast with someone that you think would enjoy or learn from this. But also just if you really enjoyed and learned anything from this, even if it provoked your thoughts, share it with someone that you respect, you like, you love, and hopefully they can take something from it too. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Cheers. Hey guys, me again. I hope you enjoyed that episode. And if you're not ready for the Becoming Unstuck in 30 Days self-led course quite yet, why don't you try my free ebook I created? 5 simple steps to improve yourself and your life. I made this during the very first lockdown of the pandemic in the early days of the self-improvement project. It's a quick go-to when you're feeling unsure what to work on when improving yourself or your lifestyle. And the great starting point if you're trying to figure out how to live a more fulfilling and simple life. The link for this will be in the show notes for you. Have a good one.